You know, sometimes there's always going to be a movie that I have to scratch my head with whether or not if I like it or if I don't. Let's review Candyman 2021. What's up, heroes, and welcome back to yet again another movie review. And you might notice something different. I got a brand new phone. I'm actually testing this out. I got a microphone as well because a lot of people is having trouble with my audio, even though it seems to be perfectly fine to me. But just let me know how this works. Let me know how the quality is because I'm filming this in 60 frames at 4K. And microphone seems to be working pretty good. But let me know how it's working for y'all. So the movie we're about to review today is Candyman 2021. I'm sorry for the long wait. I was supposed to get this review out for y'all about 3-4 days ago, but Thanksgiving was coming out and a lot of complications happened. I'm pretty sure we all had a lot to eat. And damn, did I have too much. But anyway, enough with the bullshit talking. Let's get on with the review. But before we get into all the good, the bad, and the ugly, let me give you a little bit of plot of what this movie is about. This movie tells a story about a young artist who looked to find the whole urban legend to be quite disturbing, and he wants to get to the bottom of the what's it called? On the green cabini or something. I don't really know how to say it. I got a speaking problem. But yeah, he basically just want to get to the bottom of it and see what this whole urban legend is about. The further and further he investigates, he starts to realize that it's coming back to life. It starts to resurrect itself. I just got mixed bags about this movie. Like, I like it and I don't like it. But I have a lot of stuff here on my paper that I want to talk about. So let's dive right in. The first pro I want to touch on with understanding the core concept of the OG film from 1992. This film gets it. It understands the core concept of what made that 1992 film so effective, so iconic, and so creepy and so unique for its time. Right here in 2021, they kind of explore that, but kind of dive a little bit deeper with it. They kind of get to the goody and the gritty all at the same time. I do love that because they didn't deviate so far away from the core concept, unlike Child's Play from 2019. But this film understands it. Another pro for me would have to be the director, Nia Diosa. I don't know how to say her name. I believe it's Nia Diosa. I do like her approach. A lot of people actually thought this was Jordan Peele directing. Even myself at one point until I actually was watching the film and I saw her name pop up. I do like what she got going on here. The movie looked great. It looked phenomenal, if anything. There's some great shots. We'll get there in the cons. There's some great shots. There's some great moments. The digital that they used and some of the practical effects that they also used, which we'll get to in the cons, because I got a lot to say about that. But yeah, I love her approach on what she brings to this new version of Candyman. Another pro for me would have to be fleshing out this story. You know, like kind of diving deep, which I already kind of touched on, but kind of fleshing this story out, making it feel like the original Candyman, which is supposed to be a prequel/sequel. Quite confused there. We'll get back to it. But yeah, like just kind of giving this its own flavor, kind of fleshing out the idea and diving deep with the core concept and then like the new digital age of society in terms of what she brings to the table. Then she fleshed out the character, which the boy in the film is supposed to be the baby that Highland West to when Candyman was going to barbecue his ass. No pun intended. And then, you know, just like overall, the entire structure of the story, I think is fucking great. My final pro will have to be, I do like some of the kills. I think that, I think the kills are effective, but we got something else to say about the kills in the cons, but it's effective for what they got going on. They give us something different, something unique, creative kills at that. There's a lot of kills that you would see when it's not looking, when like the camera's not aiming at the mirror, what they show you is pretty effective. And then when they aim the camera at the mirror, which look kind of fucking silly, we'll get back to that. And so I do like that. You know, it's this new modern take. I'm on board for it. Now, moving on into the cons, man, we'll have to say our main protagonist in the film was the young artist. I feel like his character was really unnecessary. They could have just wrote him out of the film, and this film would have been decent even with or without him. I feel like they tried so hard to make him be this new Candyman. It wasn't distracting by any means. I just felt like it was unnecessary to cast him there. They just kind of wanted to like connect the dots. Well, how can we write this story? Ooh, let's just make that little baby got older, that he goes back to the urban, he go back to the Chicago urban, and No, they could have easily just wrote something else in there, and this film still would have been the same fucking thing for me. Just saying, nitpicking, just saying. I feel like his character wasn't necessary for the story they were trying to tell. Another con for me, which should have been my last con, but I got something else I want to talk about, is not using Tony Todd's voice. Now, I can understand why they didn't want to get him. I can understand that. I'm on board. But I would have liked it if they would have just used his voice. If you would have just used his voice, because, Tony Todd had that signature voice. His voice is what made him. He's a star because of his voice. And then how he carried his voice with just so much weight. And this film just wasted potential. I'm literally like watching this film and just looking at all the missed opportunities that they could have used on his voice and just literally just throw it all away. Not to mention the fact, spoiler, not much of a spoiler here, but spoiler, when they finally do show him, it's CGI around somebody else's face who's probably about 5'11", and if you know, Tony Todd is fucking tall, and it feels so weird how they set this whole thing up. I kind of wish they would have just used the voice, at least used the voice. I would have liked this movie a lot more than having these mixed bag feelings about the film. Now, going back to what I said, it's supposed to be a prequel/sequel. I did a little bit of research on this film, and the director of the film said this is more so of a prequel than the reboot. I'm confused because it feels like a prequel and a sequel and a reboot of the fucking OG film from 1992. It's so when you watching the film, you're like, where are you going with this? Like, I'm not quite sure how this movie gonna play out at the end, which we'll get back to. And so I don't really know how to fucking look at this movie. Is it a sequel? Is it a prequel? Is it a remake? Is it a reboot? Like, what the hell is it? Because I'm so fucking confused. And another con for me would have to be no creepy music. If you remember in Candyman 1 and 2, and a little bit of 3, they didn't really use the creepy music in this. In the other films, at least Candyman 1 and 2, they used the creepy music. In this, they just took that away. And it like, to me, it feels like a missed opportunity. Like, why not use the iconic theme? If anything, give the theme a little bit more bass, or like make your own version of it. They didn't use any of it. That's what made those two films effective, because of the theme song was just so iconic. It's so memorable among the horror community. But yeah, in this film, they don't even use any of it. And it's just a huge missed opportunity. Another con for me will have to be the fucking kills. Now, I do like some of the kills. I don't like the execution of the kills in terms of how they look. So, spoiler, in the film, there's a bunch of kills where when we looking at it from the camera, we get to see Candyman gutting down his victim with the hook. But in the mirror, we just see the character being floating in the fucking air and seeing them getting cut up. It just looked fucking straight out of Invisible Man. Yeah, that's right. The kills look straight out of fucking Invisible Man. It looked silly is what I'm trying to say. I don't like it. It do not look good for what this film is. Like I said, it's a modern take. I'm on board for it. But I don't know how much more they could make it look better than what they did. But the execution of it is great, but the way it looked just looked fucking silly. That's all I'm trying to say. Like I said, maybe I'm just nitpicking too hard, but those kills does not land right with me. It just looks straight out of Invisible Man. I don't know no other way to explain it but Invisible Man. I didn't even like it in that either. And my final con will have to be the ending of this film felt forced. So, Spoiler. Not much here, okay? Y'all been warned. So, spoiler. So, at the end of the film, we quickly find out that our main protagonist has been so invested and so intrigued with this Superman urban legend. And he became Superman himself. But at the beginning, middle, the movie just kind of rushed to the end to just give you that, oh my God, we got a new Candyman. We finna make a new Candyman fucking fun time. I'm looking like, y'all could have fucked something out a little bit more, and this probably would have been the same fucking film, mid or best. And I felt like that ending was just so rushed. And so he finally become Candyman, and then Tony Todd's CGI face, he said, go out and tell everybody that I'm back. It's just, and then they bring in the girl who we had no connection with throughout the entire runtime of the film. My overall thought is that Candyman from 2021, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just in between. My grade for the film will have to be a C-. You know, it's decent. You know, I had a decent time with it. This is my second time watching it, and I have no intention in rewatching it again. So, HELLRAISERS, like I say in all my other videos, make sure that you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that fucking bell notification so that when I drop another lit video for the channel, you'll be the first ones to get it. And I hope to catch you HELLRAISERS in my next video. Peace.